Sync. Hello everybody, SegaFan1986 here, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm taking a bit of a break from Let's Be On Good and Evil. By bit of a break, I mean probably not going to play it today. However, I do have a video to upload of it. But I thought I would jump into a bit of Colony Wars, because I don't think I'm going to have the time to sit down and play Beyond Good and Evil today. But the beauty with Colony Wars is you can play for 5-10 minutes, just do a few missions, or you can just do half an hour or something like that. So anyway, without any further ado, let's get in. I feckin' love this game, and I will be doing all three of them. Right.
The Navy was stretched across the star systems, governing and oppressing, then transporting its spoils back to Earth. The League was small and tightly knit, able to hit the Navy hard and quick before disappearing into darkness. But when we heard there was a new threat to Galanaya, our home star system, the whole fleet felt the cold rush of fear. The Battle of Benet had lifted us all, inexperienced as we were, but now the entire system was at stake. This time, our families needed us. This time, we were protecting our homes.
Navy missions within Galanaya appear to be increasing. It is feared that protracted military incursions are planned. Intelligence data indicates concentrated targeting of planetary zones. Civilian areas are not excluded. Navy fighters are currently on course for Midas Spaceport. Docked civilian transports are believed to be the target. Serious potential civilian damage. Cargo destruction is also likely. The installed defense grid cannot be used due to proximity of civilian craft. Navy incursions within Galanaya system are unacceptable. Intercept and destroy all enemy craft. Civilian vessels must be protected. Immediate response required.
Okay, so basically as this game starts off, we are playing as the League of Free Worlds. We are a rebel faction against a well, Star Wars-esque Empire type thing. And yeah, so pretty much we have one system, Galanaya, and that's all they have. And it would appear that the Navy has just started a full-scale invasion. And what I find quite funny about this mission is the Navy have attacked you with about 2 ships, and your response is 1 small fighter ship. I always thought that was a bit of a laugh. Way to start off a massive invasion. 2 enemy ships and 1 tiny ass fighter ship. But, you know, got to start somewhere, I guess. Right. Anyway. Let's get into this. If I can remember the controls, I can. So what are we up against? We're up against T9 tornadoes. They're nothing to worry about. We have stun missiles, which do exactly what they say on the tin. They kind of immobilize the enemy for a few seconds, which is cool. Now, missiles are very much a luxury in this game. You rarely get many of them, and once they are gone, they are gone. But they are very powerful if used correctly. Oh, my bad. There's 3 enemy ships. Right, so let's go light this guy up. This is T9 Tornado. Now, the controls in this game I always thought were very unique for the time. Your ship actually has a lot of weight to it, and it does take a little bit of getting used to. It does feel like you have to throw the ship around corners and things like that if you're turning. But the physics are great for a game of this age.
Surrounding area clear.
It's so satisfying to play.
Clear to dock.
Okay.
Commencing docking sequence.
Easy as that. Now, there's a very interesting structure to the storyline in this game, which, if we don't have a cut screen, I shall go into. There we go. Yes, and as we go through the game, we get promoted as well, which doesn't actually do anything. It just makes you feel good. Yeah, so there is an interesting storyline to this game. Basically, as you progress, if you fail a mission, that doesn't end the campaign. That's not game over. That completely changes the storyline. And if you keep failing missions, you can get up to 4 different endings, I believe, which was very impressive. And why games don't do that anymore, I really don't know. But there we are. To get all the endings in this, you have to win battles, lose battles, and it's just really, really cool. And yeah, I suppose people are just too busy concentrating on multiplayer and soulless single players now, but you know. Right.
Attacks on civilian centers are resulting in major skill shortages throughout Galanire. Scientists and engineering staff are required for urgent interbase transfer. Dedicated staff transport networks now established. Network inspectors within Acheron Zone report potential threats to skilled flight craft technicians in convoy from Midas. Destination classified. Enemy cells in vicinity known to favor use of anti-civilian aggression. This convoy is regarded as a high-risk target. Join the convoy as armed backup. You are cleared to engage hostile craft. Use absolute aggression. Ensure safe passage for civilians.
Absolute aggression, yeah, I think we can handle that. Now this is a cool ship. This is a Dark Angel, I believe. Now this is actually my favourite ship design. It's not my favourite ship, but I think it's the best looking one. Right. A little bit more firepower in this baby. Yeah, I do like the look of that. It looks really cool. As you can see, the graphics have aged, but you know, the gameplay's still there. It's still great fun. Right.
Enemy presence detected.
Okay, right, let's break off and light these guys up. What do we got? What are we working with? T5 Avalanche. So we have tracker missiles and stun missiles. Right, we're going to switch to anti-shield lasers. Oh, we got hit by a missile there. Now you can use countermeasures. You can like drop flares. I don't know why flares are still relevant in this day and age, but there we go. But they're quite awkward to use in time. You have to basically push both the triggers, or both the shoulder buttons, something like that, to look backwards, and then you have to push B to dump a flare. It's kind of a lot to do, but I completed this game quite a few times when I was a kid, and I never even had to use it, so it's all good. Now these Storm Lords are a little bit tougher. Anti-shield missile, handy. Now the controls are a little bit fiddly if you haven't played it for a while, but you do get used to them, and they are better. You do get better with them. In my opinion, they are better than G-Police's controls. G-Police had really strange controls. Right, so let's light this guy up. T9 Stormlords, no, not too bad. Nothing to worry about.
Not much to trouble us this time.
You get a little bit of chatter as well. Oh, look at that, vaporized. Nice shot, whoever that was.
Area clear. Mission complete.
There you go. As you can see, some of the missions literally take seconds to complete.
Jump sequence initiated.
In fact, most of the missions, from what I can remember, are very short, but there is a few missions, which is good. It did come on 2 discs. If anyone saw my unboxing of this game in one of my pickup videos, you'll see it is on 2 discs. And it's kind of separated into chapters. Now, so what do we got here? Yeah, so there we go. We killed 4 enemies, and the rest of our, quote, fleet killed 6. That is why one's orangey red and the other one's blue. And we lost nobody, which is cool. Yeah, 2 minutes that mission was. Which, never mind. Carrying on.
Increased Navy hostility now resulting in violent outbreaks deep within Galanire system. All available League resources are recalled in systems defense. Warp hole entry data indicates frequent Navy clusters entering illegally. Enemy personnel count within Galanair is high and ascending. Current prisoner of war holding facilities are inadequate. Large-scale POW transfers in progress. Captured assault forces in transport between Proteus and Midas have been subject to intensive Navy scanning signals. Risk of Navy interference is high. Escort this prison bay and supply full response capabilities. These prisoners must not escape. Accept no Navy aggression. You have permission to engage enemy on site.
Okay, there are plenty of escort missions in this game, some being quite frustrating. They're probably the hardest of the missions, but this one isn't too bad. But as you can see, things are escalating now. We've still got our Dark Angel, which is cool. I don't think you really go back to the Vampire, which was the ship we was in previously. You do get it a couple of times, I think, but nothing. It really isn't used that much, which is fine because it's very obsolete. Right. Okay. What do we got here then? T9s. We can deal with these babies. Alright, so let's fire one of these suckers if I can get the buttons right. Boom. Done. Alright, let's light this guy's ass up if we can. He's bloody manoeuvrable. And I am not an ace yet, I can assure you. There we go. There's no target prediction reticle in this game, but I believe there is in the second one. Nice, our friend there just wasted his shields for us.
You are targeting friendly.
I know, I'm sorry. He's got a hell of a turn in circle, these guys. Alright, shit. Really don't want to lay into your own ships. One thing that surprises me in this game is the big capital ships are very, very fragile. They don't sometimes appear to be that much tougher than fighters, which is a bit weird. But once you get back into the swing of things, or once you learn how ships move, hitting them becomes a lot easier. And I can't really see what I'm doing. There we go.
That's the last you'll see of this war.
And
Cloaking enemy frigate
balls.
detected.
Yeah.
Transporter 441.
These.
Prisoners have access to escape pod area and are ejecting.
Right,
Do not let
okay.
them escape.
Escape pods launched.
So there's basically, we have a opportunity here. Crap.
The enemy frigate is reeling them in. You've got to destroy the frigate. The prisoners
And
must
you
not
get,
escape.
this isn't a mission. Here we actually have to destroy this frigate. And our shields are down, but that's okay. You can kind of see that this frigate is targeting us. They don't always do that. Sometimes you get lucky. Right, shields are down. Yeah. This is crazy. He really is hammering us. Alright, let's try and take some maneuvers. If you get lucky, some missions you actually get certain enemy targets appear, like you'll get an enemy battleship or something spawn in. Now, you don't have to kill it, but if you kill it, you change the story. There she goes, up she goes, boom! You can actually change the story and get the better endings, which is cool.
Jump gate open.
So many possibilities with this game. I've pretty much played through every ending, I believe. But they're all easy enough to get if you know what you're going for. But yeah, I loved that. Right, so we actually took it. See what I mean by the was it a frigate or a cruiser? I can't remember now. Frigate, I think. See how quickly that frigate came apart. They're really not that tough at all. And later on, we get a weapon that actually paralyzes ships. In fact, it's not that much later on. And we're gonna save it. We're gonna win every mission. We're gonna go for the best ending we possibly can. Which, interestingly enough, yes, except, interestingly enough, isn't actually the canon ending. Save. Yes, the canon ending I'll explain later on. Right.
Lights on the 7 planets of Galanaya were extinguished as the invasion threat grew. We even built anti-reflectors over the phosphorus lakes of Acheron. They'd have attracted a navy like moths to a flame. And somewhere on one of those terrified planets was the Father, watching, waiting, preparing himself and his army for the onslaught. Everyone knew the Earth wanted to take Galanaya and crush the League forever, but no one knew the Father. In those dangerous times, we trusted a stranger, and he in turn trusted us.
Current war status suggests that consolidation of League activity within Galanaya is now vital. League Command insists that the Galanaya battle platform must be seized from Imperial control to prevent further costly Navy incursions. Intercepted Navy data transmissions indicate imminent transfer of troops and hardware to Galanaya. League Command plan to transmit false data from platform in order to prevent this. For this to be achieved, it is imperative that this mission is carried out within a strict time buffer. Ensure that battle platform is disabled within the time allocated. Platform shields and sensors must be lowered. Platform must remain undamaged to enable subsequent League assault landing.
Sorry about that, I was just getting attacked by cats. Yeah, so as you can see, we're actually in a battle with Earth. Earth is actually the aggressor in this game. And nobody seems to know the leader of the League of Free Worlds, which I always thought that was a bit of an odd twist, but fair enough. Anyway, let's go catch us a battle platform. Now this ship's quite cool. I hate the look of it, I think it looks horrible, but it's very powerful, and I believe this is, like, from what I can remember, this is your standard ship that you're in most of the time. And this introduces us to our EMP weapon.
Attention. Enemy fighters detected.
Which is so frickin' handy.
Time until capture force frigate reaches target. 5 minutes.
You might be able to hear my cat purring away. Right, now we have 3 lasers on this ship, and it is punishing. But do we have the scattergun? Yes. This is actually my favourite weapon, from what I can remember in the game. It's kind of, as it says, really, it's like a scatter-y laser machine gunny thing, but it goes through shields and armour like butter. So it really doesn't matter, and it just, in my opinion, it makes the anti-shield laser and the anti-armor laser obsolete. Right, now we have to capture these. What's that, a T-45 Thunderchild? No worries. So this is like the main fleet strike craft, and it's a beast. I just wish it didn't look so damn ugly. Now, looking at the HUD, you can see there are 4 meters, 6 if you include the orange bars that go up and down vertically. And damn it, this is so hard to play and talk and be attacked by a cat at the same time. Now see that guy, he just dropped a flare. I'll explain the meters in a minute. Yep. Here we go. Nope. Nope. There we are. This is the EMP weapon. This is incredibly handy. You can paralyze enemy ships and enemy fighters. And if you shoot them enough, you can actually permanently disable them, which is handy. Now, on the left at the top, you have the circle, and then you have the bar. That's our shield. Now opposite that you have whatever we've got targeted shield. Now underneath that you have our speed, and opposite that you have the power of your enemy.
Battle platform disabled. Well done.
With that little lightning bolt. And that's how much
Defense
EMP
initiated.
resistance they have. Once you get that down, the ship's paralysed. And if you keep shooting them, once they get paralysed, they get permanently paralysed. And that is so handy. I have a massive pregnant cat on me. She is huge, aren't you, Pip? Right, we have been promoted. Nice. We got all 4 kills there. That's due to that scattergun. It's so overpowered.
Securing control of battle platform is now highest priority. Intelligence data confirms transfer of Navy military hardware to Gallinire Zone. The future success of League activities is reliant on maintaining a secure home system in this region. League reinforcement forces are now prepared to attempt a landing on the battle platform. Platform defenses have been disabled, enabling passage for landing parties. Craft technicians are currently confirming completion of pre-flight procedures. Protect all League craft involved in this mission. Assault craft must reach platform.
Right, there's actually a technique to this mission that I can't remember. One enemy ship will always spawn in. You'll always have one enemy ship. Now, there is a certain enemy ship, from what I can remember, that if you constantly disable that ship, don't destroy it, just disable it with your EMP, no more will spawn.
This is command. Platform defenses.
But I don't know if we're going to do that.
Commence second stage of assault.
Right. All these flickers in the distance are enemy ships. This game has some fantastic music as well. Really freaking awesome music. Yeah, I hope you can't hear the cat too much. Right, boom.
I like the look of this, short and sweet.
Now we have a frigate uncloaking, which is not amazing news, to be honest. Right. In fact, I think that was our frigate. I might be wrong. Only quickly glanced at them. There we are. Yeah, so these Thunderchilds will constantly open jump gates. There we go. You gotta try and arc him into it. Shred him. Beautiful. Right. Now our guys are launching. So if we can just keep these fighters off their ass for a few minutes. As you can see, they will make a beeline straight for the frigate. They really don't mess around in this game. So we're going to take this sucker. Oh, you dick. Let's take this sucker out as quick as we can. Eviscerate the bastard. Now we're going to switch up to our EMP gun. Now there's still one there. And we're going to have a go at putting him down with that. But there is one more. Right, so the next one, we are going to try this. Oh man, the music's fantastic. Right. There he is, warp gate down there. Let's paralyze this guy and see if this trick works. Come on, sucker. Yeah, his shield's dropping. Now, it's always a good idea to have a look at what your enemies are firing. Oh, okay, you had a bit of a glitch there. It's always good to have a look at what your enemies are firing at your craft. If they're firing anti-shield lasers, that's always a good sign. Once they switch up to those red lasers, that's when it gets difficult. There's some pretty crazy particle effects in this game as well, considering. It's very cool. So we're going to keep this guy paralysed. And in theory...
This is command.
Yep.
Assault force has taken control of the
There we
battle
go.
platform.
And waste him now. Boom.
Jump gate open.
Nice. So as you see, these missions start off ridiculously easy. But they do step it up later on. Very nice, we got all 7 kills. Awesome, we're still a freedom fighter, that's okay, let's continue.
Navy activity beyond the Gallinair warp hole is increasing. Intelligence reports indicate that bomber operations are being targeted on the battle platform. Heavy attacks on League battle platform forces are now expected by enemy ships traversing warp hole. System security procedures have been placed on an alert footing. Warp hole closure is imminent. Intercept and destroy all enemy craft in platform region. Ensure adequate firepower to cover execution of warp hole closure. Expect significant Navy interference.
Okay, I think we can handle that. Now we're in the S11 Demon, and I think that is the ultimate ship from what I can remember. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, okay, I was thinking of the Hydra, but this is the Demon. This thing is a beast. Right. Now, what do we have on this sucker? Oh, that's right.
Estimated time to warp hole closure, 5 minutes.
Right, so we basically have to hold out for 5 minutes. Now, this thing's got this plasma cannon launcher, which is absolutely feckin' amazing against capital ships. Not so great against fighters because it's inaccurate. It's slow, rather. But you can indeed use it if you get good enough. Right, let's waste these guys. What do we got? We've got AS missiles. Might as well. Oh, you bastard. See him use that flare there. You little git. Right, let's eviscerate you. Boom. On to the next. T-29 Stormlords, nothing too bad. Now, your shields, from what I remember, don't recharge in this game. And, I don't know, your shield might, maybe?
This is command.
Oh, crap.
A large enemy presence has been detected emerging from warp. This poses a major threat to Gallinair platform.
Yep, so
Engage and destroy enemy
what
craft.
I always do, when an enemy capital ship comes through, first thing I do, switch up to this. Get your EMP out, paralyze it. Once it's paralyzed, you've got all the time in the world to do what you want. Also, if you tap the fire button instead of holding it down, you can, for the most part, indefinitely fire without your guns overheating.
Heavy incoming fire.
And he is just about screwed. There we are. Now we're going to switch to our plasma cannon and waste this guy. Now, like I said, you do get targets of opportunity in certain missions, and they really are worth trying to get if you can. Now you can oh crap, okay, I didn't completely damage him, I thought I did. Right, so we're going to permanently damage him. Now, that massive beam laser that the ships have, obviously, is extremely deadly. You don't want to get caught in that if you can help it. There we go. Permanent sensor damage. He's now offline forever, basically. You know what? I think the scattergun's even better. That orange bar to the left is basically our weapons overheating. And the orange bar on the other side, to the right, is how many missiles we have of that type selected. Now this guy's almost gone. Come on. Give him one good burst of that. And he is out of here. See you in hell. Right. Who's next? We got a T-45. What do we got? We use our anti-shield missiles. What the hell? Motion missile. Oh, okay. I'm not sure how these motion missiles work. Oh crap. They're all different. Let's try out motion. Oh no. Yeah, I don't. Okay. I'll have to have a play with that one. Seems a bit weird. But anyway, let's waste the rest of these fighters. I love the way they vaporize. It's so cool. Easy as that.
platform. Galanaya warp hole successfully closed. Navy Titan has been crushed. Clear surrounding area of enemy craft.
I thought that was cool as well. Although I wasn't looking at it, which is kind of annoying. A Navy Titan just appears at the wormhole, and then you cut it off. And then literally only half the ship comes through. It's really cool. Right, come on, sucker. T5 Avalanche, barely worth our time. But they are fast. That's just about all they've got on their side. Right.
Surrounding area clear. Well done, mission complete.
Done and
Come
done.
back on board.
Docking sequence initiated.
You get this little hatch open up. I always thought that was funny. In we go. So how do we do here then? Oh, we actually lost a ship, which is a bit of an arse. But we did pretty well there. So we killed a capital ship, of course, and we killed 7 fighters. Very good. Not too shabby at all. Right, I'm going to save the game there, and I'm going to call that a video. Because that has been roughly half an hour. Yes. Yep. Okay, well, thanks for watching. That's been part 1 of Colony Wars. More to come. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you.